May 21st, 2024, Canada, baby! Oh, wow, how was everybody's long weekend, okay? It was nice and sunny, overall, okay? We had a little bit of showers here and there, mostly, what day was that? Saturday? And, yeah, it was nothing but, blue skies, guys. But, moving into your, Tent City weather report, from what I'm gathering, I think we're supposed to get a little bit of, precipitation today, and then, you know, maybe some showers. I really don't know, and then I think it's supposed to be sunny. We're going to go over, you ask? Well, we're going to go over the same that's going on in Canada. Nothing changes. House of Commons is back in session this week, and I know this because it looks like Michelle Ferrari got into Ottawa late last night. Well, we're going to go over Chapter 4 of the Jody Wilson-Raybould book because I finished that off. It's on YouTube under my playlist, okay? Chapter 4, Livid Lesbian Book Club, okay, guys? We're going to go over the Cherry Report, my Facebook feed, and we're going to finish off that Tucker Carlson interview with Justin Trudeau's half-brother, okay? Alright, so guys, kick back, it's like Canada, okay, and I got a little something for you, because Canada's become quite... what that's going to be like. I did it once because it's 8:05 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, guys. All right. That's what it feels like being Canadian. Okay. All right. We'll start off with your Dawn Cherry Report. The Cherry Report. Okay, it was a nail biter last night. Edmonton and Vancouver went into Game 7, and whoa, nail biter. Edmonton won. What was it? 3-2, I think. Anyways, Edmonton won, and, yeah, I caught right at the end there. Dallas, you better watch out, okay? Edmonton's coming for you. Edmonton's coming. All right. Tucker Carlson interview with, Kemper, Justin Trudeau's half-brother, okay? I gotta try to be quick. Okay, I still have 10 minutes left of it. I had 20, and there was 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes I took, 2.5 pages, okay, guys? Then I had to shut her down, okay? But I think it's good that we keep coming back to it so we don't forget. Okay? All right. And like I said, I do a thorough job, okay? You know, I don't just do, you know, a quick sweep and mop. You know what I mean? I get in there. We left off with, Tucker and Kyle talking about how we need to heal over COVID and all that kind of stuff. He called Trudeau, gave him some advice. Trudeau didn't really listen to him. And Kyle had also talked, and I kind of forgot about this, but thought, well, I can include it in this one, about how COVID protocols were rehearsed before COVID happened. That's something worth looking into, right, guys? Right, guys? I don't know all the answers, okay? I don't know all the answers, but what I do know is COVID was really messed up, and it affected people in so many different ways. Whether you had a loved one with COVID, or you experienced lockdown, isolation, and all that other jazz, okay? Everybody experienced COVID in a different way, okay? And Kyle really talks about this. So Tucker asked what his mom, Margaret Trudeau, thought of it. And Kyle basically said that he always felt like he was a black sheep. Yep, I could see it. And he said about how so he didn't really answer that, but the black sheep said it all. He said that Justin's always talking about victory. Well, what victory? You know, like who are we fighting against? But it's like they're pushing for war, okay? And it's like he's provoking Russia, Russia's our neighbor, right, guys? Tucker said about how it feels like Canada has become aggressive and hostile towards Christianity as churches are being burnt, okay? Kyle said it's like a negative energy, a negative cloud over Canada, and that's what it's like. And I just said that last week in one of the videos I shared. I said about how it was like a black cloud. I said, I think it was Michelle Ferrari's video. I said, you know, it's like there's a dark cloud over Canada and Michelle Ferrari brings light. Literally, that's the vibe in Canada. Negative energy, negative cloud. Okay, get your umbrella out because, wow. so much negative energy, you don't want to get electrocuted. Kyle went back and Tucker went back to how people acted during COVID, okay? People acted really messed up, okay? I followed all the rules. I was one of those, well, I didn't go into a store for like 3 months. I didn't want to see anybody. And Kyle talked about how his wife was pregnant and was chased out of a grocery store when she didn't wear her mask. And people forget there's people out there that have breathing problems. A woman that's pregnant, you don't know what her issues are. Or kids that shouldn't have been wearing masks were wearing masks. Imagine being a little kid and all you see is half of a face, okay? There's people that now, looking back, had legit reason to be concerned about the vaccination because there's stuff coming out. And, everybody that was for the vax was trying to help people. But what we know, during COVID, people were really aggressive towards those people that weren't following the rules, right? Kyle also talked about how the news has become biased, right? It's not how reporting used to be. He said they basically are like, here's what you should think, And he said, like, every story is just kind of a bunch of floating in the air, okay? How when you watch the news, it's kind of hypnotic. It sure is hypnotic. Bill talked about how during COVID lockdowns, they took away, like, the gladiator sports, like hockey. There was no fans in the crowd, okay? And remember watching hockey? It didn't feel right. I remember thinking, how weird is it that you can't go to a hockey game, but kids are going back to school? And I agree that kids should have went back to school because for 2 years they lacked social skills. They sure did. Sports. Tucker said that when he was in Canada, he really realized there was a lot of propaganda in sports when he came to Canada. And all of these North American leagues are getting very lot of propaganda. Lot of propaganda. Okay. Time there's a pandemic, we shut down the border, okay, and we have another SARS concert like we did, back in 2001, and, SARS came to town and everybody rocked out. Next pandemic, baby. We'll be too happy to fight. Tie off, okay, because it's getting warm out, right? It's humid, okay? I can really feel it in my hair. That's why I wear hats, too. It's our thinking cap, but also keeps, you don't know I'm having a bad hair day, unless I say. Although this is new to you, but old to me. I've had this baby for a long time, but it's my summer plaid. It's nice and light. I shared yesterday the mother who we signed this petition 4819 for the young offenders, okay? The link I've been putting in everything I share, every comment. Michelle Ferreri interviewed the mother of the son who was murdered by a young offender, okay, who spent his teenage years up until 21 in a youth facility home, a group home, okay, where he got to do everything. The story is wild. Check it out. And we only have less than a week. We have less than a week to get more signatures. We're starting to get up there, but a little too late, guys, so you really got to start spreading that, okay? It's unreal what kids are doing these days, what adults are doing these days, what our politicians are doing these days. Why don't we have people in power that lead by example? We have a few, but not many. There's a lot more not leading by example. I posted Right Blend because the trial of Pat King, who was one of the truckers that went to Ottawa, and he wasn't even one of the main leaders, but he went to Ottawa, and I watched Pat King a lot, and his messages were peaceful, and everybody in the Freedom Convoy has really, really not deserved what's happening. Trials are happening over this Freedom Convoy, guys, and you've got to watch, because these are Canadian heroes that stepped up during the Freedom Convoy, okay? That were our voices, okay? You need to pay attention to them. Had serious jail time, and all these robbing cars and diddling kids and assaulting women and just attacking even men, those need jail. People need to give their head a shake, honestly. Sorry, not sorry. I'll gladly go to jail for speaking my mind, speaking the truth like the book says. Speaking truth to power, baby. I did comment on Justin Trudeau's post yesterday, 14 hours ago, where he says, we're cracking down on auto theft and organized crime. And with new sentences up to 14 years in prison, we're strengthening the penalties against criminals convicted of it. So I made a comment, I want to lock up all the pervs too while you're at it. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you with a little paragraph from chapter 4 of Indian in the Cabinet, Speaking Truth to Power, okay? You want to read along, you want to listen, find it on my playlist on YouTube, okay? When your role includes upholding the rule of law, you are watcher over government, including the Prime Minister. Part of this involves protecting the government from itself, and the Prime Minister from himself and his staff, as the law is paramount. Stay true. Get to talking and get to researching, okay guys? And have a beautiful day.